マジカルエクスプローラーエロゲの友人キャラに転生したけどゲーム知識使って自由に生きる
It's all fun and games until you're the sidekick. As the light novel series, Magical Explorer, reborn as a side character in a fantasy dating sim, is confirmed to get an anime revealing no details. Magical Explorer is not your typical otome isekai. Instead, it follows our main character, Kosuke, being reincarnated into a game. But this time, it's a Gyaru game rather than an otome game. Problem is, Kosuke is reincarnated not as a lady killer protagonist with his overpowered cheat skills, but as his unlucky comic relief best friend. In the ever-expanding world of isekai anime, Magical Explorer attempts to carve out its unique niche. Although not doing anything extraordinary, this harem follows Kosuke, who instead of being reborn as the MC, is reincarnated as a sidekick. The idea of following a friend or sidekick character is really not new, but I think does have a lot of potential, although most of them follow the same route, where sidekick eventually becomes the main character, attracting all the girls. But what Magical Explorer does different is that for a harem, the MC does care about getting stronger and works hard to achieve it. For a series clearly depicted as going to be ecchi focused, Magical Explorer has a good mix between action and ecchi, where Kosuke's whole life isn't only about bagging the girls, and when he does interact with them, he acts pretty normally, unlike the typical wimpy protagonist. Although the characters are exactly as you'd expect, sheltered princess, strict but kind maid, and more, they are all entertaining in their own right. The story doesn't really get moving till a certain point, until which Kosuke goes through the usual phase of collecting his harem, but over time, he learns to adapt to his new role and begins to find his own strengths even as a comic relief character. The harem has a slow development, showing a clear progression with each of the prospects, rather than going after each one of them one after the other. Expect to see a lot of surprise ecchi, panty shots and all the cliche, which although I don't like, in the end is part of what makes an ecchi. Although the world building is surprisingly deep, a bad point of the series would be its execution, relying a lot in what we have already seen before, making the story less interesting. All in all, if you're done with all the good stuff and have time to kill and are looking for a series that doesn't take itself too seriously, with a focus on humor and ecchi rather than a deep, intricate plot, then this series might be a good fit for you. If you enjoyed this video, then do consider subscribing to my channel for more.